With love and peace, it's 101 Leafy, bringing you some more Fantasy Life I to brighten up your day. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Fantasy Life I, where today the big question is, what's next? For the game and for our coverage. The biggest question everybody's wondering is, where is Expand the World? Because Expand the World is the title of a massive update for the game that we know is coming. We also know that an update with a camera photo mode feature is coming soon, but we don't know the actual release date of it. Last week, we got our first update in 3 weeks, I think, or 2 weeks, and it was literally just 2 minor bug fixes. So my big question is, if they only had 2 bug fixes for the patch last week, does that mean that they're packing a bigger one secretly for this week, this Thursday? I personally think that since the camera mode update is taking so long to arrive, they are probably going to pack in a few new recipes and such as well. But I don't think it's going to be the Expand the World update. They said it would be a separate update. Hello, Squoo. Hello, Shadowcat. Welcome, you guys. Hoping to have a fun time today, because it's been a bit since we played some Fantasy Life. It's been a bit since I chatted with everybody here, and I wanted to say hi and have some fun on the weekend. Warlock, what's up, dude? He says, gamers? That's me. Hello, Chris. Welcome back. Great to see ya. Here we go. I am going to open a lobby and just hop in and play with people. Whatever you guys feel like doing. Will you be doing combat lives today? Asked Shadowcat. I was thinking maybe tomorrow. I keep putting it off. I felt like it would be too sudden to do today. If I did a stream yesterday, then I might have done it today. Warlock says, once again, I'm asking you to not tell my boss I'm watching this on the clock. Hey, as long as you get your work done, who cares? Recruit members. Grove. Keyword will be all ones. No. Keyword is Leafy. Password's all one. Come on now. Here we go. Okay. Starting up a lobby. I am level 100 in most things. And have most things crafted in the crafting list. Oh, I love this game. It's been a bit. Donkey Kong is very good, but you guys did not seem that interested in it. A lot of you guys don't even have a Switch too. Ah. So we're back to Fantasy Life. I don't think you said a password, says Shadowcat. Oh, okay. Game is definitely less active than it used to be. But once level 5 updates it, I think that will hit a peak in concurrent players, for sure. We just need that Expand the World update. Where's the roguelike mode? Kuzunoha, what's up? I am so addicted to Elden Ring Night Rain. I was on the fence about it, and then I got it, and I got addicted to it. Oops. Very fun. Warlock, you passed all of your classes for the summer semester? That's the kind of positivity I needed to hear today. Howdy, Shibo! Oh my god, you have level 100 brand new. I love it. Yes. Let me see if there's a password. Oh, Olivia outfit. Perfect. Password. Here we go. Now, there's a lot of things that I don't know if it's going to come and expand the world or not. For example, maybe the camera update will also have the new treasure groves. They're working on a second type of treasure groves that are boss raids. I don't know when those are going to come out. It might be expand the world, but it's not Ginormosia related, so maybe it will either be later or earlier to keep the game alive. We are probably going to change our map here, unless it's good. I don't think it's good. Doesn't look that good. Replant. Branch. Aging altar. Let's do it. 900 aging altar. We got this. Shadowcat says we have to play Night Rain together eventually. We do, yeah. I'm actually goated at it now. I'm so good. I'm Night Rain Pro. Yeah, they're adding duo mode, so that will be fun. Nice island, says Kuzuno House. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we've been picking away at it throughout the hours. It's slowly coming together. The true endgame of Fantasy Life I. Customizing the entire island. Sufficiently. Sufficiently is the keyword. I'm so excited for duo mode. I'm excited for Everdark Libra. I like to play Revenant, and I like to play Recluse. But I'm also really good with, like, I like Executor. He's fun, too. With the bleed and frost. Burst damage. Kind of like Frost in Fantasy Life. Okay. Find the Eternian fruits, says Gideon. Let's go gather. My favorite sticker, dude. Okay. It's gonna be a mining one, right? Gather up. Wonk, got it. One more. Give it a smack. Yippee. There you go. Lex Specs, welcome back. Great to see ya. Chris says he'd join us, but his internet is unstable. Oh no. That's a shame. The entrance, exit is over here. The exit's over here. Okay. Rocks. Oh, someone leveled up. Nice. Okay. Let's go gather. You got the True Radiance trophy, Chris. Congrats. Yeah, I want to get all the trophies in this game. But obviously I have to do the combat lice for that. That's my biggest roadblock. Got that sweet, easy. Heavy sweet. Got him. So we do know they're adding creator rank, but that won't be as a part, or god rank, but that won't be a part of the Expand the World DLC. That's going to be a separate update. So I'm wondering, what are they going to add potentially even before Expand the World? Or when the hell are they announcing the Expand the World release date? I would prefer a trailer for it, like this Friday, and then a release next Friday. I feel like that's really what we need. Triple Zeta rank member Yakishin, what's up? Thanks for coming by to say hi. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing all right. You're just about to fly to Lunaris in 3DS, Warlock? Oh, that's good, dude. Would be very cool if we could revisit in Fantasy Life I. I would personally keep my hopes up if you're interested in that. Would be very cool if they added that. Bedrock Blast. Chris says Copium. Leakers always say Nintendo Direct next week. They always say that, dude. If all of them, if you have 10 different alts that are all leakers, and they're all your alts, and each of them predicts a Nintendo Direct on a different week, then you can successfully maintain a bunch of different leaker personas if they're all friends that pretend to give each other info. It's that simple, dude. It's literally that simple. I don't know why people give those accounts attention. It's been going on for like 15 years now. What about those PK Hex-like features in the Scarlet and Violet DLC? Yeah, I didn't think so. And yet people still give Centro attention after that. Direct tomorrow, says Warlock. Yep, direct tomorrow every day. Here we go. Shadowcat, you've been trying Recluse and Night Rain. She's very fun. Okay, I don't know why we're fighting these guys. They're like totally pointless to fight. Let's get out of here. We want rocks. There are going to be features like that in Pokemon Champions, says Chris. Uh-huh. But that's not the Scarlet and Violet DLC. That is not what Centro said, dude. If you're vague enough, you can apply any fake leak to official announcements. And that's how these guys get attention. It's so funny. Do you think Pokemon and Yokai Watch would have a crossover one day, asked Timmy? No. Do you think Pokemon and Digimon would have a crossover one day? Do you think they need to? I personally don't. You're close to beating Y-Jam, Gok 1Y? Oh, dude, that's the best game ever. I think the fruit is here. I think it's this. Where are you guys? I abandoned you. Stop fighting those guys. Those guys are not important. Yeah, we're trying to do this. Oh, shit, man. That's my fault. Hey, you did it. Nice job. We got the fruit. Great job. In a beautiful world, there would be a crossover, says Warlock. I don't think everything needs to cross over. Thanks for stopping by, Timmy. We appreciate it. Good night. Have a good night. Lex asks, do I have to beat main story to play with you? No. You just have to unlock treasure groves. Really. But if you're not high enough level, you're gonna have a rough time. More Eternian fruit mining. It's kind of miserable. Here we go. Okay. Get him. Warlock says he wants a crossover with anything because he's starved for Yokai Watch content. I bet you didn't even play the... What was the crappy gacha game that collabed with Yokai Watch last August? It was like really bad, dude. It was this old-ass gacha game. For like little babies. So you know, Yokai Watch audience. Poony Poony. Oh, because I said really bad game? Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Ha ha. You won't be laughing so much when Fantasy Life gets the Poony Poony crossover, but it's all downhill from there, buddy. There's already a Nap Dragon in Puni. Yeah, no, I lost interest in Puni recently. I feel like I lost interest in Puni because I tried to get Yokai Watch fans to be interested in Puni, and they weren't. There's a very small subset of people who are interested in Puni, and that's about it. A lot of other yokai fans just don't even bat an eye at it and pretend that the franchise isn't getting content. It's kind of weird. I think it has something to do with the way that they all come from Disney XD anyways. The existing yokai fan base is not what we expected it to be. But the Fantasy Life fans have been quite kind. One more question before I go, Estime. Do you think Yokai Watch Puni Puni and Battle Cats will have a crossover event? Dude, that would be badass. They need to do that. That would be so cool. Battle Cats and Yokai Watch are, like, meant to be together. That would be so perfect. They've done something together in the past. They need to do an official in-game crossover. Here we go. Warlock, you spend money on Puni every week? That's respectable, dude. It's respectable, and here's why. Because everybody who asks why Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble closed never spent a cent on it. And then they all go, they should bring back Yokai Watch. I wouldn't pay for any of the games. I would never purchase any of the games, but they should bring back Yokai Watch. I wouldn't spend $70 on a new Yokai Watch game. No, no, no. $30 maybe. $70? No. No. $60? No. But they should bring back Yokai Watch. People always say that. And it's like, okay. Sure. Aging altar. What are we gonna age today? True Hammer at times looking kind of crap. True Rod at time is looking garbo, bro. Absolutely garbage. We gotta bury it with what are we gonna bury here? Dark Monster Core. Yeah. Why not? Yippee! I like the bows. Warlock says, I've spent some money on Puni, but I realized I can't afford what they're asking to experience the events fully. That's part of what made me lose interest in Puni. It used to be that if you tossed $5 at an event, or like $10 at an event, you could see the slippery slope there, you could clear the entire event, right? Now it's like $20 to clear the event halfway, and you don't even get the second skill for the guy that you get. You have to go like $20 deeper in order to get that. It's so stupid, man. Peak mobile gaming, dude. What if we, like, had an alternate reality where mobile gaming never existed? Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be so cool, dude. You can get Dragon Dare at rank 1 after you unlock rank 5 for Scorch Rock, says Chris. Yeah, that's something I had no clue until after I published the video. Oops. Dragon Tree and Dragon's Claw are level 60, says Chris. Well, that's not very helpful for leveling up. I guess it's good for materials, but I would never want to do that. You need those level 90, level 100 trees. Unless you simply can't do them. Watch out, that Wooly is looking rowdy, bro. Go. Okay. You need Heavenly Arrow Shot for your Carpenter's Hero Challenge? Yeah, that's a great reason to do a lower level Dragon Tree. Whee! That was fun. Wait up. Okay, Harvesting Floor. Should I spend both of my upcoming days off playing Fantasy Life I once I complete the 3DS story? S. Warlock. Of course. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Fantasy Life I is great. Definitely different. If you like the 3DS game for the story, prepare for some gameplay for Fantasy Life I. Was there an update from the devs? Asked Dwight. No, but we know what's coming in the next updates. They're gonna add new modes, new areas, a new rank for each life, new Strangelings, big new features for your base customization. I'm not gonna say what it is. We don't know enough about it yet. I'm not gonna say it. But it's something that we thought was gonna exist anyways. So I'm very excited about it. They're adding a new type of treasure grove that are like boss raids. We don't know when that's coming, but I think it's coming sooner rather than later. A bunch of new equipment, but that's kind of obvious. A crap ton of basic, like, decorations and stuff. Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! What is that? What is that? Why is he blacksmith while we're farming? I'm so confused. Why is he blacksmith while we're farming? I'm really confused. Why blacksmith? Why is there a 4P blacksmith standing here? I'm very confused. Why is Dato a 4-play, why is the 4-player here a blacksmith? Why is this user ID here for everybody to see a blacksmith standing here and leeching? Why is this guy standing here and leeching? Hi, friend. What are you doing here as blacksmith? I'm curious. In our password-protected stream lobby. What are you doing as a blacksmith, friend? The issue with leeching is that in order to send somebody home, you have to end the entire dungeon expedition just to go back to the office, just to kick somebody. So if somebody wants to leech free XP from a stream by taking their literal password-protected stream-only lobby just to sit there and take all the XP, no, guys, you can't farm. See, you're giving him levels. Why are you letting him win? You can't do that. We have to end the expedition to kick him. You can't give him the levels that he wants. He's trying to take advantage of us, which is very unkind. I don't know why anybody would play in this manner. This is a happy and cozy game. We're just here to have fun with each other. We're just trying to work together. To switch to a crafting class and stand there while everybody else gets experience is dishonest and taking advantage of everybody else trying to have a good time with each other. We really don't appreciate that sort of behavior. We have to head all the way back just to block and kick him. It's very unfortunate that there are people like that out there. Elden Ring Night Rain has a huge troll issue as well. This Dato, man. Okay, passwords all ones, keyword Leafy. What if I do tasks with you even if I'm low level? Asked Lex. Great question. Farming is literally the easiest thing to contribute to, even if you're like level 40. You can still contribute to farming, especially. It's so freaking easy, man. It's like embarrassingly easy to contribute to farming. Farming's very poorly balanced. Anybody can contribute, no matter how weak they are. There is no excuse for leeching during a farming floor. It is very sad when people do that. Where are their parents? Anyways, we have a slot open if you want to do Aging Altar Lobby. Otherwise, we will go complete it. He does not get the weapon that he buried, unfortunately, because he was kicked. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to. Are we allowed to dig it up or no? Oh, never mind. Belly says he hasn't beaten the game. He was only doing 1 damage in my lobby. He was leeching in your lobby too? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I'm so sorry. That sucks, dude. I always forget how to actually head into the dungeon. Here I am mashing the menu, wondering how to get into the dungeon. Yeah, so farming's really poorly balanced. Even if you're like level 1, you can still contribute. I don't care how little you're contributing to the farming. Farming is literally just poking at it until it dies. You can rest, you can replenish your FP. It is so easy to farm, dude. Pito, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Get some sleep. Make sure to sleep. Naoto, welcome. Let's go gather. And go. If you only deal 1 damage, I guess that's a good question, Belly. If somebody... I think Belly's... I might be wrong here, okay? I'm illiterate. But I think Belly is asking if somebody only deals 1 damage, is that leeching? If they're doing it on purpose, But most people deal 1 damage on accident. Most people don't realize how ridiculously unforgiving this game's level scaling is, and if they find that out the hard way, that doesn't really matter. We all do. We're here to support everybody as long as they're trying. There are plenty of ways to try while getting your ass kicked in this game. It's a very accessible game with many different playstyles. If you want to cook, if you want to spam buffs, then go ahead. Heck, if you want to level cook while standing there while people are gathering, feed them magical milkshakes and maybe I won't kick you, right? Like, try. There's a difference between trying and trolling. Shutora, what's up? He says, a bit late to the Fantasy Life party. I got it a few days ago. Thank you for all your videos. They're helping so much. Well, thanks for stopping by and saying that, because I really have been wondering if anybody has been picking up the game recently. So it's nice to know that my videos are still helping out people getting into the game, because I think that it deserves to have a longer life. But the update that they said that they're working on hasn't released yet. So we're kind of discussing that today. We're wondering what's going to be in the update, what are we hoping to see, and what do we think will be in there. I think they're going to add better treasure chests to Ginormosia, hopefully some better incentives to reach level 7 on the areas, and that roguelike mode that they've been teasing. I've been wondering, are we going to get points for the areas when we kill enemies in the roguelike mode? Will you stream Legends EA, or are you worried about spoilers? That's Shadowcat. Nobody can spoil me if I'm playing it before anybody gets spoiled. But if the game leaks on Switch 1, I'll just do what I did for Scarlet and Violet and play it off stream before the game comes out so I can prepare content, right? Low-key. I mean, everybody does that, right? And so, obviously, I'm going to purchase the game the day it comes out. But, hey, if I can get a free demo a few days before, then I can't exactly stream it. But, obviously, I won't deny. I'm going to tell the truth if you're asking, is what I mean, right? Buy the game. By all means, buy the game. ZA is going to be so good. I'm going to do videos for it. I'm going to stream it. I'm going to have fun with it. Maybe like a challenge run or something. Harvest all veggies. I can't find the freaking veggies. I'm trying to find them. How do we join the lobby? Asked Midge Kajit. It's, the keyword is Leafy. The password is all ones. Yeah, if you're level 50 farmer, I swear you can still contribute. I'm serious. It still works. I don't care. It still works. Dude, Night Rain trolls are the worst. I had somebody last night who I was playing, and the moment that we get into the boss night part, he uses the sit down emote, And he just sits there instead of, like, if you're gonna do that, just leave, dude. I don't understand why people would troll like that. It's really upsetting. Night Rain, I did not expect people to be so toxic in Night Rain. You can't even communicate with each other. But the way that some people behave is so sad. They'll just run off to the corner of the map, die a single time, and then rage quit. I don't know if anybody here has played Night Rain. What's up, Alav? Thankfully, they're adding duos mode. Boom. So that will decrease those incidents. Any Pokemon you hope gets a Mega? Asked Shadowcat. Yeah. I'm open for, Mega Dunsparce. Was the one that I always wanted. But now we have the Dunsparce. So now I'm not sure. How the hell did I die when teleporting? What is this game, dude? Huh? Mega Weavile? I love Weavile. Can we get Mega Weavile? Kalos Pokemon. Mega Klefki? Where it's like a bigger keyring with a bunch of keyring, with like keychains and like anime acrylic keychains and stuff on it. Malamar that evolved, Mega Malamar, and he changes forms. Okay, this would be kind of cool. If we got a Mega Malamar that changes forms depending on if you're holding the controller up or down when he Mega Evolves, because the controller has gyro. Mega Breloom, they can't. Don't do Mega Breloom, dude. Do you guys know about Breloom? Tell me if you know about Breloom or not. There's an issue with doing Breloom, dude. They're not going to care. The correct move is to not care when this sort of thing happens. You just got to move on. But there was, I don't know about it, says Shadowcat. Dude, there was a murder, a very prominent murder, that was publicly foreshadowed using Breloom. Because, look, I'm trying to be vague, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? He was very upset about something to do with a certain number, and the last 3 digits of that number, or the first 3 digits, were Breloom's Pokedex number. And so he set Breloom to, like, his social media, like, banner and made a bunch of cryptic posts using Breloom before he killed the guy. Like, what, dude? What? Okay. Most people don't know about this. It's definitely better for Pokemon to just act like it didn't happen, because it definitely doesn't matter and they had nothing to do with it. But also, I think it's kind of funny to joke about if somebody mentions Mega Breloom. Because it's like, oh man. That'd be a killer choice for sure. Where do I get the SP up for all party members, S-Lex? You gotta rank up your Alchemist. Uh-oh. Farmer combat. Or rank up your Farmer. Oh, not your Farmer. Your Alchemist. Your Alchemist. Uh-oh, watch out here. Can you pin the code, S-Belly? The code is all ones. It's just 111111. The keyword is Leafy. It's just Leafy. You gotta get the last trophy solo because your internet doesn't work, Chris. Good luck. That sounds rough. Uh-oh. I need more SP. Power up. Go. The lobby's full, so naturally you can't find it right now. As you can see, we have a full lobby. Chris says, sorry for dropping out when I got a communication error. Yeah, it didn't impact us as much as you think. Don't worry. We got a freaky screen for a second, and that's it. If you try to join somebody and disconnect, it doesn't actually impact them that much. It's just inconvenient for a second. No need to worry. PS4 version is hot garbage, says Chris. Seriously? Oh, wow. PS4 outdated. Okay, farming time. I can feel the Eternian fruit. It's right here. We got this. Go! Go! It's totally faster to do these by yourself with AI companions, but it's not as fun. The scaling just really heavily favors AI companions. You get 4 times HP when using 4 human players. The AI destroy everything. But you don't get goddess fruits. You don't get as many goddess fruits. I like goddess fruits. And I also like playing with you guys. Level 5 should do some good multiplayer rewards for the boss raid treasure groves, I hope. They seem kind of cool. This Thursday night, this Friday, could be a huge update for Fantasy Life I. It could have the camera mode, photo mode, and a bunch of new recipes and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to have some decent changes. They were on the ball during June, all throughout June. They were on it. And then after that awesome Godfish update, they really dried up the entire game. As a result, I think Level 5 is working on a large update and holding everything else back for them. That's why we only got 2 bug fixes a couple days ago. So basically, to put it simply, the camera update is going to be more than a camera update, I think. That's my theory. Could be huge, says Warlock. I think so. I think it could be huge. It could be our biggest post-launch update yet. And it could happen before Expand the World. But that's just my hope. It's just a theory. What we know for sure is that Expand the World is only confirmed to expand Ginormosia, and they've implicitly deconfirmed new Strangelings. But in the files, they're working on new Strangelings, and a new rank for all arcs. So this August, probably, Expand the World, and this December, probably, paid DLC with God rank. Boom. Boom. That's the I predicted schedule. Praying for all those 4 level 5 employees, says Warlock. Yeah, they're poor because they aren't releasing games. No money. Oh, and Casino's overworking them, that too. Well, let's go. We got the fruit somehow. It's down here. Nothing like a good old-fashioned treasure grove to warm up the Fantasy Life muscles. Do we go Combat Life tomorrow? I don't know. Cut down all trees. That's easy, dude. Let me at him. Okay. This guy, does he... Kuzunaha, do you realize that you're using the basic wooden axe? And you probably have no skill points in your skill tree. No, you can charge. You can charge. You do not have your axe equipped. It happens to me sometimes. Like, I give my axe to an AI companion, and then I just have the basic axe equipped. It could be a cosmetic axe, says Shadowcat. I've never seen somebody doing that. Before we head out, if you guys ever need equipment, let me know and I can lend you some. Or gift you some. You know what I mean. Gift you. You don't have to give it back. I've got plenty. Awesome. Okay. You fixed it. It's dead now. Well done. Let's destroy this tree with some crit aid. Bonk. Bonk. Have you guys been playing any other games lately? I certainly got distracted by Donkey Kong Bonanza. I kind of wanted to edit a video on the hard level. I didn't want to spoil people, so I waited a week. Is it alright for me to join, S-Lex? Yeah, sure. We're full right now, but after this, sure. We'll probably do Ginormosia after this. Run! Jump, 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 jump. You've been playing a game called Losing Sleep to Adulthood, Warlock? That sounds awful, dude. I freaking hate that game. It drives me insane, dude. Do not go like 40 hours without sleep. Don't do it. It sounds like a good idea. It feels like a good idea for a while, but it stops being a good idea after a while. Trust me on this. I want to join Ginormosia. I was leveling it up. Didn't realize you were streaming, says Belly. Oh no! Well, I just started, so no worries there. We'll start our Ginormosia lobby after this. I want to see what I get on my fishing rod. Do you guys like Gundam? I got the Gundam cards that came out. I didn't get a booster box. I got the starter decks. Very fun game. Very cool looking cards with fun holo foil. They like layer the foil for different effects. They make cards for Gundam now as Warlock? Yeah, it just came out. It's from Bandai, so it's basically Digimon, but with Gundam. It's like identical to the Digimon game, dude. I mean, it uses a simpler energy system. That's the difference, basically. Well done. I love Digimon. Digimon Tamers is the best one. Digimon Tamers is everything that a monster anime should be. Each Digimon has its own unique intelligence. It's more than an animal, but it's also something in between. And the Digimon themselves question their nature and what they're sort of meant to do. And each of the main Digimon have a big character arc. throughout the story where they figure out who they want to be, and they each end up as someone very unique and different. It's actually a super well-made anime, dude. Digimon Tamers. I love that. I like Imp Bomb the most. Let's go gather! Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, so for farming... Over here! But watch out for the spooky! No, no, no. Mm-mm. I don't want to lead them to the farming. Watch out. Whoop. Am I Shadow Element right now? I think I am. No. Watch out. Yeah, I cannot do that on my own. Thank you. That was not happening, dude. Thank you. He was like, give me that. I handed Big Bro the controller there. I want to get into Digimon, but I'll have to wait till after I finish other games and media, says Shadowcat. I mean, the new game is coming out this October, and that's, trust me when I say you can get into Digimon with any game. It's just a toy franchise like Yokai did. Hey, Chris Man, I hope you're doing all right. I'm sending my heart out to you and your mom. I spend time with my family every weekend, so I hope you guys are doing all right, man. We were playing Mario Party this weekend. Jamboree TV came out. The 4K update is actually good. But the Jamboree TV DLC itself is kind of awkward, man. I don't know. It's like, you know Mario Bowser's Fury? Or like Shadow Generations, dude? Guys, you know Shadow's Generations? Where you start the game up and you just select the other thing as a separate game? Why does Jamboree TV work like that? I don't get it. There's no actual Switch 2 Edition update for Mario Party Jamboree. Jamboree TV is like a separate DLC thing inside the game? It's really weird. It's very Nintendo. And it's also expensive. Though I will say they add 14 mouse-based minigames, and they are quite impressive. The Joy-Con mouse thing is like more than a little gimmick. It's like more than a little gimmick. The Joy-Con mouse actually works, if you guys haven't had a chance to try it. I did not. I mean, I was excited to try it, but also it was like, okay, how well is this gonna work? Right? Oh, it works. Switch Joy-Con motion controls just weren't that great, right? This mouse thing is pretty good, dude. The air hockey game sold me. That's classic. That's like a genius idea. You slide around your Joy-Con like an air hockey thing. CBF, what's up? Great to see you again. And so you knock the air hockey puck with your Switch controller, and you get this really, really physical feeling HD rumble. Like when you smack the air hockey puck, it's like you're at the arcade, dude. It's pretty cool. And so then, you know, they have like Kuru Kuru Kururin. You know, that old Nintendo Game Boy Advance game where you spin around the little, the bar? They have that as a Mario Party mini game in Jamboree TV, where you use the Switch mouse to spin around little toads. It's pretty genius. I like when Nintendo brings back their old games as like little sub-games in Mario. They do that a lot, believe it or not. Game & Watch Gallery, anyone? The new Donkey Kong design looks very similar to the Donkey Kong you see on the cover of Game & Watch Gallery cover art. It's like the old Miyamoto design. Go, 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 mini spooky. I gotta switch to light here, but I like the dark element effect. See? It looks cool. we go. Jamboree TV needed to include one more board. How could they not do one board? They can't do one new board for Mario Party? Dude, Superstars and Jamboree are the two best Mario Parties since, like, Mario Party 7, maybe. I mean, I like the Wii ones, actually. I like the Wii ones. They were gimmicky, but I still kind of like them because you could play as the enemies, like Looper and stuff, so I like them. But, man, Super Mario Party we got from Nintendo and we played it on stream and it was just not very good. I was hoping it would be and it just wasn't. We didn't like it that much. Mario Party Superstars is like exactly what I wanted to see from a Mario Party. Jamboree is exactly what I wanted to see from a Mario Party. And Jamboree TV adds a tag team mode, which is nice. Kind of just an old feature that they were missing in the first place. That's kind of what Nintendo likes to do. Leave out old features and then add them in an update like it's some big deal. Okay. What's up, Omega? Great to see you again. Dave Incognito, you too. Here we go. Okay, we're moving on to the 990th floor, or whatever. Snack World moment. Belly says, I'm ready for Ginormosia crafted food and life cures. Yes. I bet we are going to get a lot of Ginormosia crafting recipes in the update. And I'm curious how we'll make life cures in the roguelike mode. Life cures are going to come in clutch. How's that going to work? CBF asked, does anyone in chat remember Mario RPG? The remake came out maybe like over a year ago, so I don't, nobody remembers it. That's way too long ago these days. It's like you pour your heart and soul into something, you release it, people like it for 2 days, and then it's gone. There you go, see ya, evaporated. Especially if you're related to Square Enix, they love to do that. And Mario RPG is. Now, the remake's been on my list to play, and I haven't played it yet. I played the Super Nintendo version a long time ago. I actually didn't finish it. I loved the DS and Mario and Luigi RPGs. So I do want to, 100% the remake. It looked amazing. 1,000 Year Door is one of my favorite games of all time. So it was cool to see them remake it, though again, I haven't gotten around to playing it because it wasn't in 4K. It didn't have that Switch 2 update back then. And I felt like it was pretty obvious that it was going to have something like that in the future. I also didn't really like some of the unnecessary changes they made to it, but that's just how gaming is these days. Not much you can do about it there. The graphics are really nice. And if you want new graphics, well, sometimes you're going to have to get new writing. I need to get 1,000 Year Door, says Warlock. Look, if you haven't played it, then you got to get it. If you have played it, you still got to get it because it's a great game. It's actually that simple. You ever wonder what's a perfect game like? Pick up 1,000 Year Door. Doesn't matter if it's the GameCube or Switch versions. I tried Sticker Star first, because I love the aesthetics of Paper Mario, says Warlock. I actively looked forward to Sticker Star. I bought it day one. That day was the first day that I ever knew betrayal. A villain was born that day. And let me tell you, that villain still has not been defeated. You versus the spite within inside my heart for Sticker Star? You're never winning, bro. You are never winning. Give up now. The burning hatred I have for games which actively discourage strategizing and challenge in favor of pushing the player along a theme park ride. What's up, Leafy Stars? It's been a bit. It has. Yeah, dude. I'm glad we're back streaming Fantasy Life. Great to see you again. Yeah, I am the chosen Sticker Star hater, Lex. I can never be defeated. I actually do love the graphics in Sticker Star. As somebody who thinks Sticker Star is a 1 out of 10 game, the holographic stickers cook. Why? Because I like holographic stickers in real life. So, any game with stickers is cool to me. Super Paper Mario, dude. I was very young when I got Super Paper Mario, and I obsessed over it. I'm sure it's not a flawless game, but Super Paper Mario convinced me that Paper Mario doesn't have to be a turn-based RPG. But they also haven't made a good Paper Mario since Super Paper Mario. Oops. Paper Mario is just like, being a good video game, which unfortunately, after Super Paper Mario, they, like, forgot how to do that. Maybe everybody who makes Paper Mario is now on... Oh, shit, man. I always do this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Over here. I got him. I got him. No! I got him. Okay, get the rock. Get the rock. We got him. Okay. Pro strats. Pro strats. Warlock says, Origami King is genuinely so pretty, but the combat intimidates me. Intimidates? You mean it intimidates you because it's so baby simplistic and impossible to lose that you're intimidated by the thought of wasting your time on the game, right? Because me too. It's a shame that such a beautiful looking game with a soundtrack that's actually pretty good had to be betrayed by the gameplay designers like that. And such sad boss designs, too. You want to see a boss design, look at Dementio. Look at freaking Dupless, bro, if you want to see a boss design. Then you look at colored pencils, you look at Dupless, and then you look at colored pencils. Nah. Nah. Get out of here, bro. That is not a real boss design. The irreparable damage that relatability did to our favorite franchises. Rip Mario Kart Radio, says CBF. I could bring it back, I guess. I don't really know if anybody would watch it. We could try bringing it back and seeing, but that would be embarrassing. Because I really don't think anyone would watch it. Lexbeck says, what about Paper Jam Bros? Paper Jam Bros was so bad looking that I didn't buy it and forgot about it immediately until now. I never remember it during discussions about Paper Mario or Mario RPG. I always forget about it, dude. What a forgettable video game. Remember when Paper Mario NPCs had character, asked Warlock. In Origami King, there's like a bomb that blows himself up, so the writing's perfect because I was 6 years old and I cry. I'm offended by your question here. I'll try to get into the next lobby. My dad's picking up pizza, says Chris. Okay, enjoy the pizza first. Gaming instead of consuming food is probably a bad idea, according to the news. Here we go. I gave up on Wiggler, says Lexbex. In which game? He's a tough one in Mario RPG. Mario and Luigi, traditionally. Leafy stars, the unique enemies in Mario RPGs were literally my favorite. I was quite young when I got into Thousand Year Door. I was very, very young, and the unique designs really captivated me. The world felt very mysterious and different. When Nintendo started to move away from that stuff, it was pretty noticeable, and I'm glad that they're back. Even if the Super Mario movie made them full of Disney on their voice actors, overall the creativity of Mario has returned. Well done. New Sticker Star mod, says Leafy Stars. I did not hear about this. Rockhawk's design was peak, says Leafy Stars. Yes, dude. Oh my god. I would play Thousand Year Door so many times just to go through that segment. I love that segment, the whole wrestling segment. The giant Buzzy Beetle in Sticker Star? What is that? You got filtered by it? You gave up on a Sticker Star fight? How is it possible to lose a Sticker Star fight, let alone multiple times, dude? I don't understand this. Oh, man. Thank you for Grove. Absolutely, Shibo. Thank you guys for entering the Grove. And fighting hard inside. Let's dig up and see what we got here. Anything but +8 fishing. It's plus fishing again. Wait. It transformed. Never mind. It transformed into Cavefish Harvester. Whoa. We got Cavefish Harvester. We did it. We got something. We got anything on our fishing rod. We got literally anything, something. So now we're going to do some Ginormosia. Because a lot of people need help leveling their... Oh, wow, you got charge attack on sword? Great job, Shibo. That's, like, perfect. It's amazing. A lot of people are in need of level points for Ginormosia. So we're going to do a Ginormosia lobby now. So if you want to do that, you can stay. If you want to rotate, you can rotate. I don't really care. But we will have to review details. Destination Explore. There's a Sticker Star mod to give Sticker Star a better story, says Leafy Stars. I'm not interested in any mods with fanfiction stories. To each their own. I'm glad that there are good things that exist. I'm glad that people are making things without AI and being creative. I'm not interested in a fanfiction story mod for Paper Mario, though. I don't know about that one. It's probably fun, though. I'm sure about that. Fixes the battle system and adds partners. Okay, that would be badass. Overworld only partners. Yeah, I was gonna wonder how partners would actually work. Can I join S-Lex? Absolutely. The password is all ones. The keyword is Leafy. We're rotating and adding someone to a lobby, so now's a great time to grab a drink if you need one. Alright, I'm back. What's this? Why are you queuing up as artist? I'm confused. What does that mean? There we go. Leafy Stars, you're doing Wotian raid event. Ooh, I like Pokemon raids. I haven't done one in a very long time. Is this one good? Let's see. Let's do some area challenges. Beware of snakes. It's time to get levels and legendaries. I actually have a lot of legendary materials now. Collectively, everyone has to beat 1,000,000 Wo-Chien in order to get a shiny one, due to it being shiny locked until now, says Leafy Star. So that's amazing, dude. That sounds cool. I kind of want to do it. Playing Scarlet and Violet is a sin in my household, says Warlock. I kind of have a soft spot for it. It was less babyfied than Sword and Shield in terms of having more than 2 hours of gameplay content. But the balance and graphics and bugs and glitches are all very poor. The story's not half terrible either. Particularly the DLC. But that makes it like a $95 game. Pokemon Plus DLC is really expensive, and it is not higher quality than Mario Kart World, that's for sure. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Leafy Star says, seeing how Scarlet and Violet runs on Switch 2, he wishes they had just waited to make an open world Pokemon. I'm actually glad that they stumbled on the Switch 1, so that way the first Switch 2 exclusive open world Pokemon will be really, really, really good, because they already practiced. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think the next one's gonna rock. I would like to see them give self-shaded anime style to one Pokemon series, and the whatever the hell you want to call it style to, you know, another one when they have mainline plus mainline legends, right? Like let's call it, they're both mainline, so let's call it Gym Challenge versus Legend, right? Gym Challenge series should be the crappy art style, Legends should be the good art style. Because Legends is the good game. Arceus had like 0 interesting or challenging battles outside of the final boss though, so that was really sad. But that's because they didn't know what to do with the battle system. Now they just trashed the Arceus battle system entirely, and we have real time, which is what everyone wanted. It's crazy now. What are life requirements for Ginormosia? I literally don't care, Lex. It's just a full lobby right now, so you're not going to find it. Ginormosia, I do not have any requirements for outside of not leeching. If I see you standing there as a crafting life, I am literally going to cry and wonder why people treat me this way. You ever have somebody in your Night Rain lobby just like ping a random corner of the map, run off towards it, die, and then immediately disconnect and wonder what you did wrong? I know Legends ZA looks bad to many people, says Leafy Stars. I feel like it definitely looks a hell of a lot better than a lot of the slop that gets put out, unless you're trying to be a seriously critical hater. The actual graphics are not that great, but a lot of games have really shit graphics these days, let's be honest. The bar is really freaking low, and Pokemon knows that. Also, we'll see how the frame rate is. How do we know that the graphics aren't bad because they're shooting for a rock-solid 60 FPS on Switch 2? What if that's why the graphics are kind of underwhelming? I am literally coping by saying that, but... Character customization looks great. Combat looks great. Mega Dragonite looks dog, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, stream latency is going to be big if you're across the world. Anyone else out here sweating their ass off? Like, seriously. It's cold inside because I have AC. But the moment that I open my door, it feels like I'm stepping into a sauna. The air is like dripping with moisture. It's like I'm being sprayed with a hose the moment I step outside. I don't know where all this water is coming from, but it's clearly in the air. Dude, it's like so gross out lately, man. Hope you guys are doing okay. Sending you my well wishes. I don't know why people want Legend ZA to look like Grand Theft Auto, says Leafy Stars. Yeah, I mean... I think Pokken was really good looking, and that was for the Wii U. But that's just my opinion. Mega Dragonite is just more forced Kanto slop. I hate it, dude. I'm so tired of Kanto slop. The Megas 10 years ago were mainly Kalos and Gen 1 Kanto slop. 10 years later, we are once again getting the majority of Megas being Kanto's Pokemon. It's so fucking stupid, man. Pokken was originally for an arcade system. Really? You don't say? I had no idea. Thank you for the amazing trivia. I'm so shocked, dude. I was just saying I like the art style. Let's not confuse people here. Jokes aside. Did you know? There's only one Kalos Pokemon that can Mega, says Leafy Stars. Okay, true. Because Kantos took up all the slots. Guys, do you remember Pokemon Red and Blue? Do you remember Pokemon Red and Blue? Guys, Kanto? You like Kanto, right? Let's give Mega to Kanto Pokemon. Gigantamax, give it to Kanto Pokemon. Why? Because no other Pokemon exists. We must use the most recognizable and marketable Pokemon to build our brand awareness and maximize sales. Screw creativity, dog. Shutora says, I'm still fairly fresh into the endgame in this. For Ginormosia spawns... Oh, and I forgot, of course, Z moves. The Yokai Watch thing. Most of the special Z moves were for freaking Kantomon as well. I keep tripping over myself because Kalos betrayed Kanto. Don't get confused, Brokai. One of them is France, the other is Japan. Guys, I grew up with Pokemon Red and Blue. Therefore, they should literally make Charizard the star of everything ever and never stop talking about it. And forget about every other Pokemon. Every single Pokemon thing ever has Kanto bias. Mainly for like the past 10 years. Since Sword and Shield, it's gotten really freaking bad. Sun and Moon, too. Feels like as the years go by, they more so just continue to lean on Kanto as the definition of Pokemon, with whatever the newest generation is being the subset of Pokemon's identity. It's like Pokemon is Kanto plus whatever product they put out recently. And that's how they'd like to position it. Because that's everything people know. We know for a fact that's what that sells. It's not a secret. We know the prices of cards in the market, and that's basically how popular certain Pokemon are. It is a freaking lukewarm level take to say that Charizard is a popular Pokemon. It was nice being a Pokemon fan without internet access, says Warlock. That sounds amazing, dude. Can the government agent watching this take away my internet forever? That would be awesome. Searching for area events here. Yeah, everyone has their little theories as for what caused what. I don't particularly care to conspire. All I know is what I like. Pokemon fanbase, you know, is too big to generalize. But Pokemon certainly has that subset of fans, which also exist in Yokai Watch community, because they're basically the same. Where, they take things a little too seriously. Without internet, you can't download Victory Road, says Shadowcat. Well, Victory Road isn't freaking coming out this August anymore. They delayed it by 3 months. Thanks, Level 5. What selling 1 million copies of Fantasy Life does to a company. Our new game is now delayed by 3 months. What? We just gave you like $60 million, bro. Where did that go? I thought we were buying Fantasy Life so that Inazuma wouldn't get delayed. Wasn't that the whole point? They're gonna take the money and run? Delay the game again? Where's Expand the World? You jerks! They said that they're behind on the Japanese voice recording for Victory Road, which implicitly states that the script wasn't finalized until this year. But the game was meant to launch last year before it got delayed again. So why was the script for Inazuma not done until this year? What is Level 5 doing? Money's going into Fantasy Life's DLC, says Dave Incognito. Yeah, that paid DLC is gonna cook. There is an insane amount of stuff in the files, and that's just what's in the files. There's plenty more that we obviously can't see any of yet. The paid DLC is gonna be enormous. I have a feeling it's gonna be paid. There's nothing to indicate this. It's just too big not to be. Level 5 already offered Creator as a paid DLC, so fundamentally as a company, they will not offer it again as a free update. That's just not how you position products. It makes no sense. Mario fans have been friend-zoned by Peach, says CBF. That's not true. The English localization of the Nintendo Today post was different from the Japanese post. If I remember correctly, the Japanese post says that Mario likes Peach. No crap, Peach views Mario as a friend. That's literally the ending of Odyssey. I was talking like a week ago about how this ending made me freaking emotional, dude. I punched a hole in my wall. I had to call a carpenter. He said, "Oh, I'm not master rank. I'm gonna have to call my boss for this." It's a whole deal, dude. How do you know about stuff in the game? Because the PC version, Belly. Look, the terms of service says please don't upload any data mine files. But any words that I say are as good as hallucinations until proven otherwise. They forced Peach to write that. She wouldn't actually say that, says Warlock. She was just acting. Peach would never girl boss Gatekeep. She would never do that, dude. CBF says it's true. Mistranslations are not canon. Sorry. Anything English from Nintendo is just an attempt to help us understand what the original creation is. It's not actually the canon. You don't just bake a cake for one person. Let's not kid ourselves. Is this an analogy for... I mean, he's talking literally about Mario 64, but I feel like this is totally an analogy too. Right? It's like the files in Fantasy Life I, they're a cake. And, hang on, let me cook here. Biggest thing that I'm interested in is potential new story. Because I feel like if they add a new rank for each life, they won't just have normal life missions with the Life Masters. I feel like they'll go out of their way to add more story to give the package more value if we're going to actually be paying for it. I don't know where everyone is. Where are we headed off to? Up here? We're getting this area quest done. I like to do the quest for area points. Because you get the legendary spawns. I mean, the bees are so easy. Low defense, low HP. Do you guys like Night Rain? I've been asking this lately. I really got into it. You guys don't understand. I really got into it. The players aren't as nice as the average Fantasy Life player. I don't really know why. Maybe it's because the game is very dark and violent and evil looking. But the average player is not that nice, dude. Putting that aside, the game is really fun. I like how cozy Fantasy Life is, though. I feel like we have something good going here. I'm not a fan of Elden Ring. I never understood why it was so popular, says Leafy Stars. Don't you love Pokemon? What about it do you not understand its popularity? It's a generic fantasy game. I freaking love Elden Ring. I'll be honest. It's popular because it's a generic fantasy game. There's magic, there's swords, and there's dragons. I don't understand how you could not understand Elden Ring's popularity. Like, if you dislike Elden Ring, I totally get that. If you hate Elden Ring, if you think that it's dog shit, that's fine. But to just be like, I don't see why people like it. It's like, well, it's a game with dragons and magic. What's it gonna do? Not sell copies? Like, let's be honest here. It's like Grand Theft Auto. It's like, well, there's cars, there's guns, there's shooting people. Average American loves all that. And it's made by like a freaking UK studio. Unfortunately, Miyazaki can make interesting worlds, says Warlock. Yeah, dude. But saying that sort of thing that's an invite to, oh, well, I didn't care for it, it insists upon itself, sort of thing. I feel like a more objective reason for why Elden Ring is popular is because it's like, well, it has magic and swords and dragons. And George R.R. Martin was there. Never could get into any of the Souls-like games, despite having bought several, says Dave Incognito. Personally, I thought Dark Souls games were really slow, dude. My friend tried to get me into Dark Souls. I couldn't get into any of the Dark Souls games. They were way too slow. Bloodborne, way faster. Sekiro, way faster. Elden Ring, way faster. So I loved them all. But, you know, Luigi isn't going to come in with the raccoon super suit and fly you through the level after dying. Rosalina's not going to come in with the super block. Elden Ring is actually super easy, Warlock. There are optional ways to play that make it more difficult, and I actually did some of those optional play methods. But if you actually play Elden Ring like an honest RPG, and you actually exercise all of your options with summoning and spells and buffs and items and crafting, there's a lot that Elden Ring added compared to previous Souls-like games by the company that literally make the game like 20 times easier. Super easy. Galactic asks, is Elden Ring good for a first-time Souls game? Yes, for the reasons that I just described. If you're intimidated by the idea of an unforgiving game, Elden Ring is an RPG with lots of different options to outsmart the game. I played the entire game without summoning a single spirit. I thought it would be funny because I like Yokai Watch. You summon spirits in Yokai Watch, so I'm not summoning them here because Leafe fun, right? Challenge it. But there are like 50 different enemy spirits you can collect and summon, and they all have their own names and stories. They have like 2 paragraphs of story when you befriend them. And they each have their own movesets, and they're all super powerful. And you collect them throughout the world. The game is really... You can buff yourself, and you can stack buffs. You can stack buffs between spells and items and equipment. And you can really just buff yourself to impossibly strong levels before even heading into the fight. And then you're invincible for the next minute. There are so many ways to just out-RPG Elden Ring. I didn't use a lot of them. And that's why I appreciate and love their presence. Some Elden Ring players do not share my perspective. They're like, you're going to ruin the game if you use it. In my opinion, the beauty of Elden Ring is that the difficulty lies in how you play. It's not a thoughtless, easy, medium, hard, where picking easy makes all the enemies have 10 times less HP, and picking hard makes all the enemies have 10 times more HP and deal 100 times more damage. I hate when games do difficulty like that. Different play styles with different weapons that each make the game a different level of difficulty just based on how you personally prefer to play. Now that's beautiful. Now that's true game design. For example, the brand new stick. The brand new stick. You see what I'm saying, right? Fantasy Life, totally different game with the stick. Parrying, never heard of it. Warlock says, how dare you enjoy things in your own way? Is that your Twitter impression? It's pretty good. You need a few more bad words, though. Here we go. So yeah, I do like Elden Ring a lot, and I would recommend it. I did one playthrough with dragon spells and one incantations they're called, and one playthrough with big melee weapons. Perfect. There's some guys down here. Kirby comes out at the end of next month. I'm super psyched for that. I prefer games with actively engaging stories. Yeah, Elden Ring's open world, so the story, you know, Elden Ring has the Breath of the Wild problem, right? Where they open with a good cutscene, and then, like, if you want the other cutscenes, you gotta find the cutscenes. And if you want them to be in order, good luck, they aren't gonna be in order. Yeah. Leafy Star says 90% of PC and console games coming out are Souls-like. I think that's saying you don't like Souls-like games just because, you know, From Software, Elden Ring, right? You're saying you're not interested in Elden Ring. But partially you're saying you're not into Souls-like games because 90% of games are Souls-like. I don't really think that makes sense. 90% of games are ripping off Pokemon, but Pokemon is still pretty good, right? Palworld existing doesn't make Pokemon worse. Right? Like, yeah, that Wuchan game or whatever, that looks super low effort. That game looks like garbage crap. Wuchan Fallen Feathers or whatever. Garbage. Wukong Black Monkey. Garbage. Those games don't even understand what makes Elden Ring good, because they're ripping it off. They take all the worst aspects of Souls-like games and make it into a game that's supposed to be like them. Naturally, they're gonna suck. I don't think that makes Elden Ring a worse game. I don't think that makes Sekiro a worse game. Do I think everyone has to like them? No. Well, Leafy Stars, if you weren't into it before Elden Ring existed, you may have missed the part of the conversation where I spoke about a lot about how Elden Ring is very different from all of From Software's past games, and that's why I uniquely like Elden Ring. I hope for some Duskblood news soon, says Shadowcat. I do too. I do too. That game looks pretty cool. Again, probably a game with a weak story. Probably a game with very little story. But it does look good. Nintendo Direct for Air Riders gameplay looks great. Yeah, it's very great. Biddybug, what's up? I love your name, dude. The Biddybugs are like my favorite Mario enemy design. I love those guys. How's it going, dude? You gotta play more Forgotten Lands, Warlock? Yep. Forgotten Lands is ultra fun. I will need to start my save file from square one because I played it in 4K when it originally came out. So draw your own conclusions, if you know what I mean. So we will be buying the Switch 2 version and likely playing from square one. Because I'm guessing that the expansion won't be accessible immediately. But if it is, like Bowser's Fury, then we're so bad. You know what I mean? If it's a Bowser's Fury situation, that would be nice. But it kind of looks to be a story sequel, doesn't it? I wonder if you can straight up Bowser's Fury. I really think you will be able to, because Nintendo has truly set a precedent with these packages, with additional content where you can't access it immediately. For example, Jamboree TV practically repackages the original Mario Party Jamboree within the TV application for the express purpose of getting you into TV as soon as possible with a separate selection. Weaponsmith Waddle Dee? I prefer Professor Waddle Dee, dude. Professor Waddle Dee has never done me wrong. I think I pulled him in the Bondi Gacha, but I could be wrong. I think I was just going for him. I have Alflin. I got Alflin from the Gacha. He's right there in front of me, dude. There was this little Bondi Gacha with at the mall. I was searching for yokai medals. Leafy Star says, he'll be honest, he's never played a single From Software game, so he has no clue what their games are usually like. That definitely checks out with a lot of what you said, to be honest. I'll tell you this, my friend really tried to get me into Dark Souls. I tried Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, all at his house. I didn't really like them. I understood why you liked them. I didn't really like them. But Elden Ring! Oh, Elden Ring! Unhealthy obsession. I totally get why people hate that game. I totally get it. For one, biggest criticism, obviously, story is not that, it's there. You know, it's there. They thought of one. It's not really told to you. Fantasy Life I actually tells you what the story is when you play it. When you make a daring creative decision like that, it's going to split people, and there's nothing you can do about it. The more different that you try to be, the more enemies you're going to make immediately. Game developers know this. That's why games try to dumb themselves down, try to appeal to the common population. That's why Pokemon mainly does Kanto, nostalgia. Because the more weird Gen 5 Unova Pokemon that you try to do, the less sales you're going to get. I'm excited for ZA. Can you tell? I can't stop going back to Pokemon. I've been thinking about ZA a lot lately. I'm very excited for it. I think it looks like a very good game. Feel free to fry me. I think it looks really cool. Pokemon's trying to make a game with real-time action combat with Pokemon? Why wouldn't you be interested? Why would you criticize it before it comes out? You don't know what it's going to be like. Because we never had a Pokemon like this. I think it's going to be pretty alright. Or it's going to be doggy-doo. Are you going to actually be able to battle other people in this? Or what, man? A combination of real-time and RPG battle would go crazy. It would be like an ATB battle system, but for Pokemon. It's like Final Fantasy Remake, but Pokemon Edition. Is that what we're getting? Arceus was fun. Hopefully ZA is just as good. Yeah, Galactic. Arceus was very fun. Loki, they're dragging Elden Ring out for too long. I barely see any videos on Night Rain, says Leafy Stars. Dude, Night Rain YouTube has been popping off. You probably don't see it because YouTube's algorithm is really good at not recommending things you're not interested in. Night Rain YouTube is shockingly popular. Videos, I'll see video guys posted 1 or 2 days ago getting 10, 20,000 views when they're basic guides on things that could have been released 2 months ago when the game launched. Night Rain YouTube is doing a hell of a lot better than Fantasy Life YouTube, that's for sure, man. The game sold maybe twice as much as Fantasy Life I did, and it's getting like 10 times more content, 50 times more content. That's an exaggeration. But people are actually posting things about the game. You can't clip farm as much in Fantasy Life. How am I going to clip farm in this game? I think Fantasy Life I is the best game of the year so far. Why? Because I like it. That's it. I played Expedition 33 on Expert mode the day it came out. I think if you played it on anything that wasn't Expert mode, you missed out. If you disliked the game and you didn't play it on Expert, that's because you were playing on Baby mode and you didn't actually play the interesting version of the game. If you thought the game requires no strategy, if you thought Expedition 33 was too easy, oh, were you playing on Expert mode? Expert mode, I felt like my dodges really mattered, my parries really mattered, but also I could just kind of RPG through it if I had to. It was a good balance. I thought that was a great game. It received zero attention before it came out. I was very hyped for it. Naturally, once it took off and got popular, a bunch of people who never played it started saying it's bad, because it's bad, apparently. You're always gonna catch hate, what can I say? Expedition didn't do much wrong, in my opinion. It just kind of exists as a game. It's not that long, it's not that complex. And it does what it does. Dude, that's like my favorite kind of game these days. And it didn't have day 1 DLC. Oh. You've been playing the original Persona game on a hard mode, Shadowcat? I've actually never played the original because there's no, like, super consistent source for a translation. But fans have fixed that in recent years, so I should. What I just said is outdated. Leafy Star says, originally they wanted Arceus to be real-time, but due to time restrictions, they couldn't. I read the pitch document for Arceus in Japanese, the one that was leaked. I don't really remember them saying that the combat was meant to be real-time. That doesn't mean they didn't say it. I don't remember it. I'm very curious about what your source is for that. Warlock, Persona is a great RPG franchise for people who don't play RPGs that much. It is very accessible. As it's grown more popular, that has naturally gotten it its own share of critics, but I think Persona still holds up. Wow. Craziest part about the Arceus pitch document to me was the part where they literally say that they know that Arceus won't fulfill the desire for a Gen 4 remake, and so they're going to contract Ilka for it. It's like, everyone already assumed that that was exactly what happened, but it was kind of interesting having it be confirmed. It was like, yeah, Legends Arceus was definitely the real game, while the other one was the afterthought for money. Arceus is like what they want to make. Yeah, I've got a huge backlog these days. I've been sort of chipping at it, but it keeps growing. It's hard to make compelling content for other games that will then get recommended to and interest everybody else, if you know what I mean. YouTube algorithm is tough these days. Game Freak most likely had their entire focus on Legends Arceus, so they couldn't make an actual Gen 4 remake. Yeah, there's a slide in the pitch document that talks about that. It's very interesting. I think they would have done it if they could have, but they were pouring everything into Arceus, genuinely. Oh crap, go. Go. No! The enhanced threshold for elemental damage in multiplayer is quite obnoxious. I gotta catch up in the Pokemon anime. The new anime is really good. But once they switched over to the Mega Voltage season, I watched the hour-long starting special, and then Fantasy Life came out. So I gotta watch everything that's aired since Fantasy Life. Yeah, I really like games like Astrobot these days. Games that really know what they are, really know what they want to do. They get in there, and they get out. Astrobot, Expedition 33, these were very similar games to me, where I felt like I picked it up, I had a great experience, and then I was done with it, and that's fantastic. Obviously, Astrobot has gotten bonus levels, and I really, really love those. They're some of the best levels in the game. Whoa, nice glitch, dude. But, putting that aside, it's a neat little package. That does not keep it doesn't keep coming back to ask you to chip away at it every single day for more engagement. They actually respect your time as a gamer and your interest in the game. And as a result, I think that the end product is better and more memorable for it. I think if you're going to do a remake of an old game, you should keep a lot of it to reduce costs and make it shorter and easier to remake. That's the whole point of a remake. If you're going to go out of your way to do a new story and a new gameplay system for a remake, just make a new game. That's just my opinion. We're like 30 years into the remake crap. We've been getting remakes of remakes at this point. We need to take an earnest evaluation of what a remake really should be. Except we don't, because they'll keep getting made either way. Push the AI button and remake the whole thing. That's all it is now. Okay, good legendary. Good legendary. Yeah, Game Freak has a lot of outside forces going on. I do like Fantasy Life Sundays. I like that we've sort of been doing that. Not quite, but sort of. Last week was Donkey Kong Dun Day. Donkey Dun Day, sorry. I was going for bananas. What are your thoughts on the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, asks Midge. I think that you're asking because I just mentioned pushing the AI button. Am I guessing correctly? This has to be it, right? Final Fantasy Tactics, they literally said in an interview, they're like, yeah, we don't have the original source code for the game. Coincidentally, the entire remaster is like crappy AI upscaling. Is like all the graphics in the remaster. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad. Square Enix and AI remasters. Name a more iconic couple. We have like 10 of them by now. I thought we had Snack World Sunday. What about Fantasy Life Friday? Alliteration-wise, as Lexpec. Snack World got eaten by Fantasy Life. I asked for a remaster combo. I didn't expect this, says Midge. Oh, wow. You were just sort of on topic, but you were more on topic than you realized. Oh, you got Edward's rare item. Nice, Belly. Yeah, Square Enix really likes to just run all their old sprites through an AI upscaler and act like it's better. I don't really understand it, but it makes them money, so I guess I understand it if I force myself to. I wouldn't mind the remaster if they'd confirm autosave. I got caught by one of the super bosses 25 years ago and lost a ton of progress, says Dave. Oh wow, that's a memory. Yeah, autosave is extremely useful for retro games. Not enough save points. Snack World died as it lived, being forgotten, says Warlock. That is so true. No one understands how much money Level 5 wasted on Snack World. How many resources better spent on Yokai Watch they wasted on Snack World? Snack World is, in my eyes, definitively what killed Yokai Watch, or however you want to put it. It certainly killed Yokai Watch's momentum. Because Level 5 thought they were making a second Yokai Watch, basically. And it just did not pan out at all. They thought they would have a second IP in their portfolio to swap back and forth between Yokai Watch, and that was not what happened. They thought it would be their next Inazuma. Something in their rotation. Nope. Not even a movie? Just to clarify, you're not asking for more Snack World Lexpec? Oh, that's a shame. Now we only have 0 people asking for more Snack World. We are charging up these area events. What are you guys playing lately, if not Fantasy Life? Because I'm looking forward to that Dragon Drive test. I know. I loved ARMS. This is the new ARMS, so I'm naturally very interested in it. Shadowcat, you want more Snack World? Uh-oh. I love Snack World. I never stopped liking Snack World. Or am I talking about something else now? It's just the entire purpose of Snack World Sunday was to count down for Fantasy Life I's release, but Fantasy Life got delayed twice since the start of Snack World Sunday, so people forgot about its purpose. I'm serious. It was supposed to be counting down until October last year. Then they delayed it to April, and then they delayed it from April until May. So during Snack World Sunday, Fantasy Life I got delayed twice. Just a fun fact. I did not know that, says Lexpex. You know, I don't think anybody knew that. Probably because it doesn't matter, but I think it's interesting and funny. I've been playing Smash Bros. And replaying Ultra Sun, my favorite Pokemon. You know, that's a great choice. That's a great choice for a Pokemon game. And Smash Bros., I'm curious which one. I love all of them. I've played all of them. But Ultimate, I feel like, is just so good. It could have used a little bit more single-player content, but that sort of thing is hard to do for a crossover title. Level 5 is the king of delaying games, says Stars. Yup. Let us embark! Only Snack World fans will understand. Big Beak, it's Big Beak. Let's kill Big Beak. Oh, you've been playing Ultimate, but you're kind of rusty? Yeah. Ultimate's awesome because there are, like, 100 characters. So it's hard to really know everything for every character. Even if you know every character, do you know every character's matchup with every other character? That's more something that you can think about on the spot rather than memorize. Once you reach that limit, it becomes an interesting game, right? Ultimate's great, but online is a nightmare, says Gallardic. Dude, why do Nintendo games have the worst online known to man? I know that there's an actual answer to this, but this is more of a rhetoric. Like, come on. Here we go. Honey up, ho! It's hard to play when you have so much work, Warlock. Uh-oh, dude. Shit, dude, sleep? Are you kidding me? Nice job. Dude. I have never seen someone use sleep successfully. That was such a clutch sleep. That was... Go, go, go. Got him. Whee! That was awesome. Yeah, that was a cool heal. Cool sleep. Watch out for fakes, dude. Shadow the Hedgehog event. I'm so hyped for Splatoon Raiders. Anyone else want Splatoon Raiders? I've always wanted a single-player Splatoon game. The movement in that game is just satisfying and fun. It's naturally a platformer while being a shooter. So give me a game, boy! Give me the game! And now we have it, Splatoon Raiders, a single-player experience with Splatoon. Story looks cool, what we know of it. I'm more interested in if we'll have player versus enemy, 4-player, cooperative, or if it's purely single-player. I think it will be 4-player co-op versus enemy. Like Salmon Run. I want Splatoon Raiders to be open world, says Leafy Stars. If it's open world, then the story won't be that interesting. If it's more linear and level-based, or area-based like Arceus, where you go back and forth between areas, or like Monster Hunter, then they'll be able to tell a bit tighter of a story. I like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but I've had enough of this non-linear story stuff after Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did it too. I don't need a third Nintendo IP to have this non-linear story and then final boss. That's kind of okay, but not great. I wish I was good at playing Splatoon, says Warlock. Never had that issue. I'm good at every game I play. Though I will say Splatoon was best on Wii U, because you could see the map on your bottom screen. It's harder without that. When open world ruins game franchises that are entirely story-based, says Leafy Stars, yeah. Pokemon's DLC being linear really helped, I think. Well, party members on the way. We're rotating. Cool. Oh, Shibo's back. Just disconnected. The only one I think does a good job being open world is Xenoblade, says Leafy Stars. Yeah, those are cool games. I love what I've played of Xenoblade, but I haven't had the time to truly dig into any of the entries. Which is definitely a bit of a shame, because they're right up my alley. I have the one on Wii, but now it's remastered. Yeah, the soundtrack was really good. We need Switch 2 patches for the Xenoblade games. You want to get Xenoblade, but the combat seems sluggish, Leafy Stars? I would argue Pokemon's a lot more sluggish. Part of me wishes for bot matches in Splatoon, but it reinforces that the gameplay isn't for me, says Warlock. That's Warlock said that. I bet some people would really enjoy that. The issue with multiplayer games is that you're practically gambling for fun. It's a weird experience. You get caught thinking, or at least I get caught thinking, maybe next time will be better, maybe next time will be more fun. The guy in this match was kind of an asshole, he was trolling, blah blah blah, but maybe next time. And companies know this. You've got like this spicy bit of social gambling in every match. Leafy Star says, Pokemon is sluggish, but it's Pokemon. Who isn't going to buy it? That is not a defense. If you want to be obsessed with Pokemon while criticizing another JRPG for being sluggish, you can't just say it's Pokemon who isn't going to buy it. I don't know, man. Everyone's entitled to whatever, but that's a bit of a weird way to drive a conversation. Anyway, it's way faster to use your attacks in Xenoblade than Pokemon. So if you like Pokemon, you'll be fine with Xenoblade. I love Pokemon. I actually got into it when Blue Rescue Team released. And ever since I've been obsessed, which is strange because Rescue Team's a spin-off. It's just kind of what got my attention with Pokemon. Lex says he hasn't owned a single Pokemon game since Y. What about Pirated? Is this like a catch? Like a punchline? I freaking love Pokemon, dude. No, literally, says Lex. Yeah, that's true. How do you think Duskblood will work? Because it's player versus enemy. As Shadowcat. I'm honestly kind of intrigued, because I think it sounds really bad. So if something sounds really bad, I might just not understand it, if it hasn't come out yet. So that makes me intrigued. Because it's not like it sounds bad based off of the info that I have, it sounds bad based off of the info I don't have. Do you ever play Monster Rancher, as Ruben? I've heard of it, looks great. Never had a chance. At first I thought you were going to say Monster Hunter, and I got very excited. Love Monster Hunter. Yeah, Specs just didn't play the newer games. That's understandable. Warlock says, I've been trapped with loving Pokemon my whole life, but Scarlet Violet is what made me realize things need to change. I skipped Sword and Shield because it looked really terrible. It looked like it had no content. Scarlet and Violet was so low quality in a lot of ways, but it at least addressed the few things that I disliked about Sword and Shield. Meanwhile, it was 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Does that make sense? I bought it because it addressed the things I disliked from Sword and Shield, actively babifying the game, and just worshipping Kanto at every opportunity, and really making it about being as short and easy and simple and uninventive as possible to sell copies, and having 0 post-game content or challenge. Scarlet and Violet seemed to sort of fix it, so I bought it and I got into it, but the entire time I was making fun of it on stream, right? The frame rate was terrible. The graphics are bad. Blah, blah, blah. Arceus had flaws, but it was clearly trying in every area, so I enjoyed it. $60 products are not charity cases. However, the perfect game doesn't exist. So when it comes to deciding what to play, we need to figure out the best quality product that satisfies our current wants and needs. You exchanged your Bowl of Time for Redux Stones, Chris? Yeah, that happens. Don't worry. It happens. That sucks. The perfect game won't exist until November 10th. Yeah, with Inazuma. Go. There we go. The perfect game does not exist. What's up, Zezra? He says, the Neo-Twilian question. Oh, shit, dude, I keep meaning to play that game. It's a wonder that I've been, like, remarkably unspoiled by that game. So the loadout on Neo World Ends With You, in case you guys don't know, I was, like, actively talking about the leaks on stream leading up to it. I was like, okay, so there's this guy, and he said that there are 2 remasters happening. And he said there's a World Ends With You remaster, and there's, like, a Resident Evil remaster or something. I forget what it was. But part of his leak was that they were also doing a sequel to World Ends With You. This was like 7 years ago or something, when Switch first came out. So when they revealed Final Remix for World Ends With You, I got so freaking hyped. I was like, dude, the sequel's coming! The sequel's coming! The sequel's coming! The sequel's freaking coming! The sequel's freaking coming after all these years! And then when it came out, I could not play it because I was in very poor physical condition. And so, ever since, I've been looking for a decent chance to play it, like, 100 plus hour RPG. You guys know how that is. Sometimes it's in the backlog firmly. I gotta dig into this thing. But the thing that makes World Ends With You hard to play on stream is that I don't want to be... Oh, man. You didn't get it. I want to be spoiled. So if I played it on stream, I know that would be a miserable experience. If I play it off stream, then it's hard to get the brain parasite out, saying that I should stream it. It'll happen eventually. And then I'll make the video, I forgot to play this masterpiece, and get 2 views. Okay, that was super fun. You can't be spoiled when no one played it. I wasn't gonna make that joke, but I was thinking it, Zezra. Yeah, that was basically my line of thought. What do you guys think about that rumored Sega Evangelion game? Changing the topic entirely. Do you think that's real? Do you think that's actually real? I didn't think that the Jet Set Radio or Crazy Taxi games would be real, and they ended up being real. Hyenas certainly ended up being real, despite not sounding real. The $1 billion mega game. Well, you know how Sega does a bunch of crap. Sometimes I will get someone asking me if I know anything about the Sega Evangelion game. And I just don't. I don't really know the source of the rumor. But, like, remember that Persona 3 Reload screenshot that came out? Like, the blurry screenshot of Yukari firing the bow and arrow, and that turned out to be totally true? Sega just gets random leaks. The Sonic Frontiers leak, which had, like, everything in a random PowerPoint slide. Sega just has random leaks. So I don't know if it's totally not gonna happen. Because they do a lot of licensed stuff for Evangelion in general, don't they? Why not a game? What the hell would it be, though? Persona again? I like Metaphor a lot. I like Heisman. You have spare bow, yes. I got you. Yeah, you guys want something? I got you. Got you covered. Next, give gift. Who asked? Hang on, who asked? It was Clav, okay. I wish there was a bright white road for the village in Fantasy Life, says Dave. Yeah, we need a divine road, you're right. Some nice white bricks, maybe like the curved ones. The curved ones are cool. Are you still doing rotations? Yeah, maybe we rotate here. Warlock says, I tuned into the streams, but what even was Musashi? Musashi was a long-form parable about the dangers of slippery hallways. Either you've seen the streams or you haven't. Either that makes sense or it doesn't. It's up to you. I was gonna give him a bow here. What are we packing for bows? Oh, geez. I can't give him bow at time. Equipped items cannot be given away. Let's make a bow for him. He needs a bow. Megatone Musashi asks us an important question. Could a lonely city boy ever find love in space? The answer may surprise you. Alright, we're making a bow here. Tenebrian Master Rank. I got you. Cesar says, have fun back to wage paid. Your 5 minutes are up. You know, the level 5 guy who made Fantasy Life, he said that he wants to make an M-rated game where he holds nothing back and shows us the darkest depths of his heart. Dude, what the hell does that mean, man? You're telling me he was holding back until now? That's the part that scares me. Oh, frostbite damage. Let's go. The one status condition that Archer can't inflict. Okay, yeah, not only is it a very suspicious thing to say, because, like, what platform are you releasing this game on, Hino? Because I don't think many retailers are going to carry it. Is this a console game or strictly PC? There you go. Very nice. Enjoy your top tier bow. Of course. Happy to help. Okay, I gotta change my life here so no one thinks I'm here to troll. It's gonna get wiped off Steam because of the banks, says Chad, okay? Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. Kino's not gonna be able to list this M-rated game of his. It's gonna, like, violate every law. War Crimes, the video game. Starring Cheek Squeak, bro. Thank you, Clav. Enjoy your thank you gift. Have fun. We had a great run there. Did you guys hear the tragic news, man? Nintendo forced the classic Nintendo Switch game series. Nintendo forced the Nintendo Switch game titled Hentai Girls to rename itself to Kawaii Girls. Can you guys believe this? It's like 1984, but like in real life. It's like 2025, dude. I never could have guessed why this would happen, man. The first game to officially break a Geneva Convention. So Sword of Luck Level 5 is out here setting records. Let's go. You know, releases his new game and he's like, come on guys, I thought you were supposed to be level 5 fans. Where'd you all go? You know when he releases Girls RPG for the 3DS and no one wants to date Keto in a cafe? Alright. Are we readying up here? I think we are. Time to go! Has Eloan moved since joining? Oh, yes, he has. Okay, or she has. Perfect. Let's go hunt dig. Let's go gather. Oh, this this one's Chibo. Okay. Let's see if you can finish the last chapter of Fantasy Life 3DS tonight, Warlock. Oh, that's a good one. Once you get to Origin Island, that's when it gets good. You can't skip Origin Island. That's the good part. Hey. You want to play Fantasy Life I so bad. Okay, you can do that after Origin Island, because they're literally going to make a freaking sequel to the Origin Island DLC. You're gonna play all the backstory except the DLC backstory? I guess you can play that when the DLC gets announced. Any news on DLC release date, asked Nat? It's probably December for the paid one that adds God rank for every life and a new area to explore and new story. The Ginormosia update, Expand the World, is probably August. I'm coping, but look, man. Oh, Midge is gonna rotate if anyone wants to join. Lexpex wants to join. DLC recap, if you guys are just coming in. I've looked in the files. I'm trying to respect level 5's wishes while also, you know, talking about the fact that the game is gonna get content, because I still kind of want to talk about that, because people are wondering when the content's coming. It looks like we're going to get 2 expansions. One of them's going to be the free Expand the World expansion they announced. One of them is an unannounced expansion that is currently teased in-game, where they'll add God rank for every life. If you want to see the teaser for the DLC, I will not spoil it. A certain character will tell you the DLC teaser when you talk to her after maxing out her affinity. The moment that she gives you the special gift, talk to her again and you'll get the dialogue. That's how I did it. I will not spoil you on it, but she spells it out pretty clearly what the DLC will be. There are lots of things in the files that confirm it. English translation mod for Yokai 4 is finished. Yes, I streamed a lot of it last year. There wasn't that much interest in it. Really feels like Fantasy Life how do I put this? I can only play one game at a time. I feel like if I was to stream Yokai 4 this year, the only people who would notice or care is people who already noticed last year. That's the current state of the Yokai community, I think. Nat says, I wish Yokai Watch on Switch 2 would come out. Yes, me too. Or a Switch 2 update for Yokai Watch 1 Switch. Considering the game is called Yokai Watch for Nintendo Switch, I'm curious if they will do a new version of the game. Yokai Watch's anniversary has come and gone without any sort of announcement or news or anything. So, the 2 remaster dream is still a dream. Years later. Yeah, Yokai Watch 1 for Switch 1 and Yokai Watch 2 for Switch 2. It makes sense. And then Yokai Watch Busters for Switch Dave and Busters, when you win a free Switch at Dave and Busters. Here we go. I love Paladin Enma, dude. He actually looks perfect. But yeah, there are some things in the files that I really think are going to be added sooner rather than later. So that's why I personally feel the camera update will have more than just the camera photo mode feature. I personally feel... Don't go confirmed. Confirmed. Okay. I personally feel we might get more like glittering silk kind of thing. Another one of those kinds of things in the camera update. I think we're going to get another batch of that. In my unprofessional opinion. So photo mode update should come this week, this Thursday, Friday. We really think that. It's... I'm pretty sure they said July. And they only release updates Thursday, Friday. So they're going to release it August 1st. The late June update released at the start of July. So the late July update releasing at the start of August would check out. I think we're going to get a tiny little spurt of content, a tiny little injection. Just a bit of illegal Fantasy Life I content doping going on here during this race. It's just a small amount. Overlook it. Drugs are bad, kids. But Fantasy Life needs to inject a boost here. I finished my Paladin drop rate from your video. It's helping out and using your video on max hundreds. Perfect, Nat! Yeah, those level 100 grinds are really tough. But you had the exact right strategy, which is to make the drop rate armor before doing the level 100 grind. That's the real strategy. Now, one thing that seems to confuse a lot of people is, how do I get 600% in my video? People keep saying that I should have 20 at the end of my calculation. So in my opinion, people asking that question missed something in the video. Because I spell out pretty clearly in the video that I am 20% under where you guys would be, due to the fact that I do not play Paladin. I apologize if I didn't communicate that well enough. It was definitely missed by a lot of comments. So I should specify that I'm going to be 20% behind you guys in my calculations due to lacking a shield. So that would put me at 500%. So where does the base 100% come from? From the fact that you get items in the first place? All item drop rate adds on top of your existing item drops. You aren't replacing anything. You aren't missing out on anything. You are adding and buffing your item drops. You're making them even stronger. So it's plus 500% for a total of 600. Even mounts are easy to get with that much drop rate. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's get a legendary spawn here. Warlock says he's putting the stream down because he's gonna drive. Guys, don't watch me while driving. If you watch me while driving, I'll end the stream. It's that serious. Don't do that. I'm not joking. Farming slates now and other stuff for time gear. Now that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I guess you can listen like a podcast, but I scream a lot. Bink bonk. Sound effect straight out of Yokai Watch. Literally one-to-one. It's the same exact sound effect. More over here. I like just inviting people over to Ginormosia and crushing area events for more points. Slowly farming up there. I want level 7 for when Expand the World comes out. I bet they will add rewards. Because you don't really get anything for level 7 yet, but you're also not really meant to reach level 7 yet. Eventually they'll mean for you to reach it. I wonder when that will be and what the rewards will be. We need 5 more points for a legendary. We got this. Legendary coming in hot. Cushioning this legendary Spud with a water bucket. Let's go. Oh, Code Vein 2 was revealed. I'm thinking of different games that were revealed recently. Bandai Namco remastered Patapon 1 and 2. I love Patapon, dude. I'm glad they remastered it. Having Sony games on a Nintendo system would have been a huge deal ages ago, but these days, no one makes us think of it. Huh. Patapon DS would have been unthinkable. Oh, a new rank has been unlocked for East Great Gut? 6? Or what? Where's East Great Gut, bro? You guys didn't see that, right? No one was watching? They're named after directions, so like no one was watching, right? Okay, good. It's fine, guys. No one saw that. We can keep playing. Not me checking the south tower for the east one. I don't know where anything is in this game, okay? I just make videos so that I can learn where everything is. I like teach myself and then I make the videos. That's how I do how-to videos. I'm like, I want to know something, so other people want to know it too. Let me like figure this out real quick. And then I'll make a video about how I understood it. So then other people will understand it the way I learned to understand it. That's not always how it goes, but that's usually how it goes, right? Shadowcat goes, I didn't see anything because I'm driving. Oh god, that is... That's a callback already. Level 50 farmer, nice. I'm kind of having fun. I expected to do like one legendary and be like, that's it, I'm out. I'm bored. We've done like 70 straight minutes of legendary farming already. Oops. Level 5 accidentally cooked. All I need is something I can run around in forever with ping pong, and I'll keep playing. Monsters. We should get a Kirby Fighters for Nintendo Switch. Tournament Edition, call it. Kirby Fighters Tournament Edition. 120 FPS with the power of Nintendo Switch 2. Put your tower to max for more XP and levels, says Nat. Yeah, I really should. A lot of my towers are maxed out. Some of them aren't. Some of them had ranks unlocked just now during play. And you can't change them during multiplayer. You guys see any movies lately? The new Jujutsu Kaisen movie came out this month, and I didn't see it. I didn't have a chance. The reason being, it came out the day Donkey Kong released, I think. Did I make the right choice? They had Gojo on the cover. I was like, I'm kind of done with Gojo, bro. It's like all Jujutsu Kaisen is. I'm sure it's not a bad movie. I just didn't rush into theaters. You saw Jurassic Park World, Nat? It's not bad? Yeah, I know nothing about that movie. I knew it came out. I didn't see that much about it, so I have no info. Member Healer, what's up? Welcome back. The new Superman's on the list? Dude, okay. I wouldn't normally be on the list for watching the new Superman, but the trailer looked kind of good. Just me? I don't know. I saw the trailer in theaters, and I was like, oh, that was a good trailer. Huh. I know judging a movie off of a trailer is a futile effort. John Doe says you should do a mini-series where you rate others' island designs. Oh, that's a fun idea. Guys, do you want to apply for that? It's not. I'm making it sound more serious than it would be. I want to go on island tours. Yeah, that'll be fun. I want to see cute islands. I want to see cool islands. I want creative islands. I want someone to do an island. I haven't heard about this yet. I want someone to do an island that's like a platforming obstacle course where you have to like hop on different stuff. That'll be kind of fun. Dave says his town's pretty basic. The only towns that I would rate 0 out of 10 are the ones that put the villagers into little jail cells. And then the entire island is water. And then you just have, like, villager jail in the corner. I get why people do that, but I would have to give it a 0 out of 10 for creativity, because it's maximum utility. It's function over form, and it's form as the name of the game here, is what I'm trying to say. You do not have level 100 for farm yet, says Nat. That is so true, though. We have not done a level 100 for farming. There are 2 reasons for that, and maybe I should just make a video about why I haven't done one yet. A farming leveling method fundamentally doesn't exist in this game because there is no farming crop with a high XP yield. It doesn't exist. It's quite strange. All crops have an equal EXP yield except for shadow carrots, I think. And even then, it's not that much more. The yield is extremely low. And so even when multiplied for level 100, that base XP yield is just not big enough to get multiplied into anything above a few thousand experience. So level 100 farmer is not something that I can recommend at the moment. It's probably the most RuneScape kinda of all of the life levels right now, where it's like, you really just level it bit by bit to do it. Like, that is purely why you would level farm it. It is extremely incremental, extremely slow, and only exists to slightly make the number go higher. Farming is quite forgiving. It is easy to farm things higher level than you that you aren't equipped for, because crops do not regenerate even if you back out to replenish your SP. As a result, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this duology here? Farming is the most forgiving gathering, which means that you don't need to be strong when farming. Farming has the lowest bar for strength requirements out of all gathering. Meanwhile, farming is the slowest and most arbitrary to level up. So you're telling me it's unnecessary and difficult? Count me in, because the number must go up. Don't worry, we'll still do it. But it's pretty tough. It's true. Leafy speaks the truth. This member healer. I've never heard someone say this before. No way. I'm glad you agree, actually, because, yeah, I put a lot of thought into this. Farmer needs a bit more work put into it. It feels a little shallow, says member healer. Yeah, you would think that the one life to be truly new would have a lot put into it, especially after they announced it for Fantasy Life Online. You guys gotta understand, they officially announced they were working on farming as a life for Fantasy Life in 2017. And I have video proof of myself discussing this from 7 years ago on my channel. So, for farming to be so undercooked, with 6 crops and a 7th that's a reskin, to say it's a disappointment would be nothing short of honestly accurate, because we shouldn't be that overdramatic. It's a video game. But also saying disappointment is kind of, we're being kind. I was actually devastated. My life was cut in half. Not even a corn crop, dude. We can't grow corn. I would love to be able to grow corn. But I will say... no, I won't say it. You talking about corn reminded me of something. So I'm gonna say, you know how there are a lot of objects, like the corn on the cob, that you make as cook? It's like a lot of them, right? It's like kind of a lot. for objects that currently serve no function. I don't know, it's just a theory. What's up, Manoff? He says, hey, thanks for the tits videos. Appreciate your dedication. Thank you so much. Just passed by to say this. Well, thank you so much for passing by with some positivity. I really needed that today. Thank you very much, Manoff. I appreciate it. The Corn DLC. You know, corn crops would be a really cool DLC that I personally would love to see. But I doubt they would do it. That would be so cool, though. I need something that grows vertically, viney, like a tomato or something, right? That would be kind of satisfying to watch grow. Cabbages are kind of like... eh. Thanks for coming, Shibo. We're rotating. If anyone wants to rotate into the lobby, keyword Leafy, password all ones. You're down for flowers. Farmers can grow those. We should be able to grow flowers for, like, bouquet arrangements, dude. Okay, maybe that's a little too Animal Crossing, growing flowers, but come on. Upgrade farming to a 5x5 field, add crossbreeding, and give us flower bouquet farming. And then artists can do floral arrangements, like crafting. Ooh. It just makes sense. We're fighting Crystal Golem just to do it? Or what? What's going on here? Trees? Trees. I want a lot of story. I want a lot from Fantasy Life I, but I'll be honest, I'm willing to pay and wait for a lot of it. However, in the meantime, the game needs something that can satisfy the player base for a decent amount of time, while giving level 5 the time they need to make substantial true content. And that's where this roguelike mode for Ginormosia is so intriguing to me. We know absolutely nothing about it other than the fact that it's a roguelike mode. And we learned about it, what, over a month ago now? Roguelike can mean so many things to many companies, but what we do know for sure is that roguelike is going to mean starting in a randomized sort of area and potentially progressing incrementally up to a goal at the end. And we also know for a fact that your progress in this side mode is going to impact your main mode. You're going to get stuff to take away into the main mode if you do well in the roguelike. Because level 5 has done this sort of thing in the past, and that's how they always do it. What's a black dragon staff? Asks Lex. You gotta craft that with Carpenter. It's a dark type mage staff. You got it off drops, trades for Redux Stones, which is nice. Drops give you Redux Stones, basically. All my levels have sus number. You're not allowed to type it. Did you try to type it? They don't let you send your message. I can't believe it. You're all level 69. No way, dude. He's rotating. He's showing us. Seriously? Oh my god. The grind. He actually got every single life precisely to 69. This is god tier. And he has, like, the underwear as his costume. This is so amazing. I love this so much. The player expression in Fantasy Life is unrivaled. It's like a whole language within the games. When the floor says find the Eternian fruit, and someone switches to artist, it's like they're really trying to tell you something. It's like they're really trying to send you a message. And I think that's beautiful. Clardic says, I think they're trying to say to kick them. We got one over here. Artist has a lot of potential, and I think it's fine-ish where it is right now. But I think in terms of NPC interactions, it had a bit more potential. In terms of, like, Animal Crossing pattern customization, that's what I thought it was gonna be. When they initially announced, we're doing an artist life, and they just kind of teased it with the artwork with the Nintendo Direct, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get Animal Crossing patterns. And that was not what happened at all. Okay. Not even a t-shirt? There's nothing to draw inappropriate body parts on? Here we go, level 89, brand new, let's go! Exvius, welcome. Yeah, there's 2 Nap Dragons now. See? Searching for another challenge to spawn a legendary. Got him. Thank you for protecting me, Lex. Level 50 Paladin DPS versus level 100 brand new. Who wins? I think brand new wins. I really think so. A flying machine. Nice. Grand Harvest Festival. Got it. Up here. Yeah, here. Drag and Drive, bro. Is anybody here except me interested in Drag and Drive? I think the answer is no. I am so hyped for that game. ARMS 2 is finally here, except there's no interesting IP attached to it. Nintendo made the tech demo and forgot to attach the IP to it. Nintendo does a great job at doing a tech demo with a cool IP, and Drag and Drive just has none of that. It's just dudes dragging to drive. Like, yeah, duh, that's the gameplay. The IP needs to be something different. Is this a Steam-only lobby? I wish Switch 2 could join in, says Nat. It's not Steam-only, but the lobby's currently full, so it's not going to show up if you search for it. I do love to crossplay. But Elden Ring Night Rain didn't want to pay for it. Sony makes developers pay $500,000. Apparently. Yeah, rip the censored number. You're not allowed to say it. In Elden Ring Night Rain, my name gets censored. Can you guys guess why? The AF in 101 Leafy gets censored. Seriously? How extreme and also bad is your auto-censorship? That AF inside Leafy gets censored, bro. Cancelled. I'm sorry for my transgressions. Here's an apology video with mid-roll ads. Changing my name to 101 Lee. So that Elden Ring Night Rain doesn't think I'm swearing anymore. Over here. Yeah, sponsored apology video, Delardic. Watch out. Whoop. Got him. One more. We got this. One more. You guys are being aware of that glittering silk for sure. Cave panthers outside of the cave? No way. That's an illegal panther, bro. Yeah, AF is short for as frick. My parents don't let me. I can't even finish that without laughing. Okay, jokes aside, yeah. It got censored for being an abbreviation. Used outside of Japan. But it's inside a name. Affinity is a word inside in Elden Ring, like elemental affinity. What about that? Oh, there's a freaking legendary Don't Woolly challenge. Holy crap. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. We got this. Legendary Don't Woolly. Prep the stun. Crap, dude. Someone already prepped it. Got him. Here we go. Got it. All right, everyone, I'm getting hungry for dinner, so I think I'm going to stop there. That was a really good, super long Ginormosia session, plus big ol' aging altar dungeon, so I'm very satisfied. I will be seeing you more soon, as I love to play Fantasy Life with all of you. Everyone here is super nice and kind and fun to play with, so I really appreciate that. Everyone did great. I love your outfits. Really just a fantastic session overall. Oh, you're on summer holidays now. You are? Ooh, that sounds fun. Well, that's perfect. Let me take a save. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon this week with more Fantasy Life news. Let me know if you want to see me do a combat life. Until then, with love and peace, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.